Beans and rice is always a favorite at my house. And the thing I like about it is it's really kind of easy to make. It usually takes a bell pepper, a celery stalk, some garlic, of course some red beans, and some spices. But usually before I start doing all this, I get started on my rice because it takes a little bit of time to get going. Today I'm going to be going with long brown grain. I usually start with 1 cup of the rice to 2 cups of vegetable broth. Now here's the thing, the vegetable broth with the rice tends to give it a little bit more flavor. So again, it's 1 cup rice, 2 cups broth. We'll give that a little bit of a stir. Get some of that rice down that's hanging up on the sides. And we'll go ahead and get this started. Like I said, I'm only going to use 1 bell pepper for this particular recipe, so I'll go ahead and save the other half for another meal. Go ahead and put some garlic in there. So now I've got all my vegetables all chopped up. I got my celery, I got my bell pepper, I got my onion all chopped up, I minced up some garlic. So let's go ahead and stir fry this up a little bit. First thing I usually do is put a little bit of vegetable broth in there. I can always add more. Usually I like to go with a couple tablespoons of nutritional yeast, a couple tablespoons, teaspoon of onion powder, just a pinch of pepper, a little bit of salt. You can either go with some chili powder or you can go with some sriracha. I like sriracha, so that's what we're going to go with today. This is 1 tablespoon. So we'll go ahead and stir this up a bit. Now you can always add some broth as needed, but it's just good to get these onions and everything to caramelize a little bit, work together. While that's sauteing a little bit, I'll go ahead and cut up a little bit of cilantro. So I've been sauteing the vegetables up and they're looking really, really nice. And the thing that I like to look for is just where that liquid is just disappeared, you know, the broth that we put in from earlier. You want it more of a sauce and not a watery vegetable mix. So yeah, that's looking real good. So now we'll go ahead and add the beans. We'll stir these in. I like to kind of fold them. I don't want to break up the beans too much. Okay, so this is cooking up really nice, warming everything up. Now let's go ahead and check on that rice to see how it's doing. This is smelling awesome. And you see you just got just a little bit of liquid down at the bottom, which is okay because the rice, the starch will start to absorb some of that. Let's check on this rice to see how it's doing. Looking pretty good. We'll go ahead and fluff this up. Looking pretty good. And I usually like to cut up a little bit of lemon in there. It's looking really good, really good. And I finish it off with some cilantro. Again, this is totally up to you, but I love the taste of cilantro. Let's get some rice. And then the beans. There you have it. That looks amazing. Let's go ahead and check it out. So again, this is a really relatively easy meal to make. It doesn't take much work. So good. There's a lot of people that